What are you doing?
I'm relaxing.
That's how you relax?
Oh, it feels so good. I'm kind of like in a cocoon.
It's a
You know,
7-pound cocoon.
So right now I don't know what's going on. We went from it being dark at 9 o'clock and now it's dark at 6 o'clock.
It is.
And they tried to convince us that it was just an hour of difference, but I think somebody's lying.
It feels
How
like,
did it go to like from not being dark to being dark?
Feels like we skipped like a couple hours. It really does.
So I'm just like chilling in this weighted blanket.
Evidently.
It feels so nice.
Hi, I'm Javier.
And I'm Melanie.
And this is Fishbowl. So how was your week?
Well, depending on who you ask, I don't know. Maybe there's a reason I have a weighted blanket on it.
A little stressful?
I don't know. No. It's been pretty awesome. I feel like we're in the middle of the week. We're still doing this early, so the week isn't over yet.
Are you still going to be underneath that the whole thing?
Yeah, it's nice and warm. I'm going to give it a whirl.
You're going to give it a whirl.
I'm going to give it a
Okay,
whirl.
just don't relax too much during the show.
Yeah, sometimes when I work from home, I like to wear a blanket all day long, and then I can say I'm working undercover. Yeah,
Ooh.
that's a good one.
Yeah. So this is Fishbowl, our weekly get-together with you guys. And we go over sleep tips, we go over mattress shopping tips, we go over furniture buying tips, and we go over...
Weighted blankets.
Weighted blankets.
It's a heavy subject.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, so if you work undercover, do you know what you are?
What?
You're a blanket detective.
Did you think of these all day long?
Pretty much. Yeah, I worked this up.
You did? Yeah.
I worked on this subject.
How
This
many
is a
cue
deep-
cards do you have over here?
Can you see me looking at them?
No, I'm looking at all the cue cards. All the key cards, yeah. So tell me a little bit about your week. What'd you do?
This week, I learned a new editing program
Ooh.
for our advertisements,
Yeah.
and that was really exciting.
Yeah, that means you're going to start seeing a lot more videos.
You had actually purchased that program and that software a long time ago, but I was intimidated by it. I didn't think I was that level yet.
I literally paid...
It's like becoming a Jedi.
I paid for it for 3 months before she even touched it, but now
It
that
was
she's
so
touching
intense. It was like, whoa,
she's been on it the
there's
whole
a
week.
lot.
And it's like it's like permanent on her screen now because she fell in love with it. I'm all like...
I got sucked into it.
Yeah, I'm like...
So
yeah.
I'm really excited about it. It's a great
Good.
new editing program. We can have a lot more, just a lot more fun with it. It's a lot more creative software.
Good.
So
Good.
very excited about that. I've been working on that, and
A lot of new stuff coming. Yeah.
yeah. And then that's been pretty much the whole week. It's been focused on upping that.
Good, good. Well, I ran 20 miles on Sunday or
Whoa.
Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a long time.
That was a very long
That
time.
was your llama run.
That was the llama run. That was a whole lot of fun. I learned that I could actually do 20 miles. And I also learned that
That's a long ways.
thinking that I could do 26 right off the bat was just stupid. 20 was the max.
Just hearing you talk about that makes me happy I have this weighted blanket on me because that's giving me a lot of anxiety. Just think about running 20 miles in the mountains.
It gave me a lot of anxiety. Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
decided that I'm going to do a marathon, so that's coming up. So.
Hey, and you said Gretch
yeah.
was there. She helped
Oh my
you out.
gosh.
She like supported you and was there when you came by running.
Yeah, so
Nine.
let me tell you guys, I watch a lot of videos on trail running and stuff, and I always think that Gretchen's like not even paying attention. We're sitting next to each other on the we're watching it on YouTube on the TV, but I always think she's not paying attention. Well, she shows up at the race with all the stuff that we've ever seen. It was so cool. I told you, yeah, it was so.
what a
Oh yeah,
gal.
it meant the world to me. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
You talk about a really great crew member. Thank you, Gretchen. I appreciate
Aw.
you very, very much.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm glad
yeah.
you didn't die.
I did not. I didn't even come close. It
Did-
was such a good race.
Did
It
you
was-
guys have some pickles?
I had pickle juice. Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, I had pickle juice. Yep.
That's good. Pickle juice.
I love pickle juice. All right, so let's get to what Fishbowl is all about. It's about your questions, answering the questions that you asked throughout the week. And these are straight from you guys. You can email us at info@livewellfurnishings.com. You can come by the store and poke at her and say, hey, I have a question. Or you can ask Miss Frances, who's always here as well, and she will forward the questions to us too.
And you can even come in store and try out our weighted blankets. We've got this 7-pound and we have a 20-pound on the floor for you to try out.
Yep.
While you're asking your questions.
Well, she doesn't try the 20-pound because it would smother her.
Actually, you gave me a 20-pound.
I remember this.
When they first came in, I had to give it to John. I had
was
really
pretty bad.
weird dreams. And yeah, I'll tell more about that
Then an
later.
elephant was smothering her. Yeah. All right.
That's
So,
weird.
first question is, what websites do you use to do all your research? What resources are available out there to help me learn about sleep? I love the questions you ask each other on Stump the Chump and want to learn more about the sleep topic. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Thank you.
They want to learn too.
Yeah, they want to learn too. So
Or cross-reference our ridiculousness.
I think it's cross-reference to
referencing.
ridiculous. Yeah,
So we're
it's
not
like,
making it up.
are they talking?
Sleep Geek. I've been
SleepGeek,
enjoying Sleep Geek this week.
Okay, sleepgeek.com.
And
okay.
I'm also, did your
Whoa.
phone just purr at you?
It just purred, yeah. Yeah,
I've been
okay.
hearing that for like 2 months now. Okay, so Sleep Geek. I
Sleep
really
Geek?
like Sleep Geek.
Okay.
Yeah, your phone does that every time anybody sends you a text message.
Yeah, it purrs. Anyways,
That's funny.
so SleepGeek's one, sleep.org is one of the ones that I use.
Oh, the National Sleep Council. You know,
Yep.
I think about those of National Sleep Council being a big long table with a bunch of like people that look like they're dressed up like medieval knights, and they're a council and they're all like wrapped in blankets
Oh my.
and authoritative.
Very authoritatively wrapped in blankets.
Yeah, I bet they get really good sleep. If you're on a sleep council, don't you think you probably get like
I think it's mandatory.
the best sleep
I
ever?
do. I think it's mandatory. Yeah. So sleep.org, and then there's other ones. There's called fam.news, which is all about mattresses, but they have really good stuff on sleep.
That's a good one.
Yep. There's the books that I've frequently referenced. It's all about sleep. And then
Come Back to Bed.
yeah, Come Back to Bed. There's a
By
whole.
Dos Marcos.
There's a whole bunch. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a bunch of really great stuff. And then, just going to our manufacturing websites like Englander or Rest.
Our own blog. Our blog has a lot. If you're looking for really good research, our blog has a lot of info too, and I cross-reference those as well. What else? What else do we use?
I don't know. This
Books?
blanket is making me so calm. I also have a bunch of like peppermint chamomile tea in my cup. I might just fall asleep right here.
Yeah, it's going to be a quick show then.
Right now I have the 7-pound weighted blanket.
Mhm.
This is actually for kids, but I think this one is like the best.
We're focusing though. Remember? There's a question.
Yeah, we answered that one.
All right.
Aren't we good moving on to something else?
We haven't even answered the question. You said one website.
Oh, no, I said Sleep Geek and the National Sleep Council.
I said that one.
No.
No. All right. So that is your answer. No, I'll put
Google.
down
Sometimes I
several
Google it.
references in the bottom of the website. There's a lot that we use for real, and there's a lot of info out there. You have to be careful what you go for, because a lot of it can be really kind of suggestive, like kind of leading you to something else, to buying
because they're
something.
trying to sell you something.
Yeah.
They want to sell you something.
Yeah, but there's legit research, and
Just
I'll
kind
put
of
those
like I
below.
want to sell you this weighted blanket.
Evidently, she's all over it. All right, so it's time for Mel's Crazy
Bum ba da dum.
Hypothetical. All right, what you got? What you got? This is a good one this week? It's a good one.
It's a really good one.
It is? All right, I'm ready. I'm ready for you. What do you got?
Okay. All right. Hypothetically, let's say
Hypothetical.
that $2 million, boom, just shows up in your bank account.
Awesome.
What's your next move?
Call the bank and make sure they didn't make a mistake. I'm very honest. I would not keep it.
Well, no, like, let's say, like, all of a sudden you have $2 million.
Oh, okay.
Like, either to just, like, this hypothetically.
So this is a legit $2 million.
This is a legit $2 million.
Oh.
Like, maybe something, you had some gains or winnings or Something like, and you legitimately get to keep the $2 million.
Right now, investment-wise, I think that putting houses on Airbnb would be the smartest way to spend that $2 million.
Oh, that's
so that way it could make me $4 or $5 or $6 or $7 or $10 million.
Those are really popular, aren't they?
Yeah. I think right now, I think that'd be hottest. The stock market is way overpriced, so I'm not going to go there. But yeah, I believe I would buy a series of houses and put them on Airbnb.
This is a good time to invest in real estate.
It's a horrible time to invest in real estate. It's all overpriced.
But if you can buy it up,
No, it's the worst time.
That's right. It's a seller's
it's the worst
market.
time. Yep. Yeah.
Not a buyer's market.
Yeah.
But your Airbnb, that would be...
Airbnb would be making money on what I spent anyway, so yeah, you're fine. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep. How about you? What would you do with $2 million?
I would take off. Yeah, pretty much I would sell everything.
Yeah.
And I would hit the road and go hunting with the dogs year-round.
You know $2 million won't last you that long, right?
Well, actually, yeah, because you can just kind of... I'd buy a trailer, like, for the dogs, and then I'd just hit the road and go see friends.
You know $2 million won't last you that long, right?
No, but it would be a heck of it doesn't have to... I'm not going to, like, blow it.
It'd be a good 4-year adventure.
I'm going to go check out the national parks.
Interesting.
I'm going to go check out our national forests. I'm going to go to Canyonlands.
Yeah. I don't think you read the book, did you?
What, Desert Solitaire?
No. The book where I said, that I gave you with Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Well, if I had $2 million, I'd just be like, let's do this.
Yeah. All right.
Let's just go. Let's
So
hit the
you
road.
just go.
Okay, I could invest half of it.
All right.
Like, I'll invest
At least
$1
give me
million
half.
of it.
At least invest half. Thank you.
I'll invest $1
Thank
million of it, and
Okay.
then I literally would sell everything
Mhm.
and have a little tiny house just like Elon Musk. Live a very simple life.
You're saying Elon Musk lives a very simple life?
He sold his big house. He lives
Sold
in a little
one
tiny
of
thing.
his big houses.
No, he sold them all. He sold everything,
Yeah.
and now he lives in this little tiny thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you believe that. That's so cute.
Yeah, no, I would pretty much just go on an extended hunting trip.
That's cool. I mean, that'd be fun.
And fishing, because I really enjoy the outdoors.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun.
And I would just, when it was hot down here, I'd go up north and hit, Jackson Hole area and Montana and Wyoming. Maybe get up into some Canadian waters, do some whitewater rafting. A lot of that doesn't really cost that much money.
Yeah, no,
And then come back down, and then when I was out of money, I'd come back and work for you.
I would establish the Airbnbs, and then I would be making that residual income.
Oh,
constantly.
I could stay in your Airbnbs. I'd be like, hey, I'm renting an Airbnb.
Yeah, and then I'd be making residual income, and then I could take off for the rest of my life while I'm making residual income.
Yeah, you got it all figured out.
I got it. Yeah. If you can't tell, I really do.
That wasn't the craziest
Pretty much
hypothetical.
No, it wasn't. It was a good one, though, because...
I'm going to tell you, I spent so much time on my puns that I just had to make that one up, just kind of on the spot.
It was a good hypothetical.
It was one of the 3 I had chosen.
Yeah.
I didn't really make it up.
Yeah, it bothers me that you still haven't read the book, but it's okay.
I'm halfway through. I'm actually 3/4 of the way.
She's been working here a year. I gave her the book on her first day. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Wonderful book.
Actually, I'm doing the audio version of it.
Yeah, and she's on chapter 2.
Hey, I spent a lot of time in a meditative state focusing on other subjects.
With that, we're going to break. We'll be back. Bye.
is like, it
told
traps
you.
in the heat. You know, that's good for sitting here for about 20 minutes. I like to use them when I'm watching Netflix or a movie.
Yep.
Yeah, but if you sleep in them, it's really warm.
Yeah, we tried sleeping with them when we first got them because we wanted to know our merchandise. And I tell you, I had the 20. We had the 20 or the 15s.
20 pounds.
We had the 20
all started
pounds.
with 20 pounds.
Yeah, we all
That's what
started
we
with
got.
20, and neither one of us got really through an entire night with that thing because it does hold a lot of heat. So like winter time, if you ever wanted a blanket that was going to be the warmest thing you've ever tried in your life, boom, right there.
I did make it through like a couple of nights because I got really used to it, but I had to turn the air conditioning down. And then one night it was dead at the summertime, and the power went out in the middle of the night, and I was really asleep underneath it, and it makes you feel like you're in a cocoon, like you can't move, and then you're completely stuck in there, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh no, it's super hot.
She was baking.
And I freaked out, and it was dark, and I was trapped underneath there, and it was really hot.
She was baking.
I don't recommend sleeping with them.
During the summer?
No, especially with that as a...
Yeah.
They're great for, you know what's wonderful is if you put them on and then you lay under them for about 20 or 30 minutes until you get really sleepy, and then you pull it off.
Yep.
They do increase your body's natural production of melatonin.
Yep.
That's why they make you sleepy. They're
That's
great
where the
for
calming is. Yeah. Yeah.
anxiety and stress.
All right, it's time for question number 2. Question number 2. All right, question number 2 is, what materials are the best for using on a sofa? I have seen foam seats, spring seats, and foam plus something called a sinuous coil. And I don't know what is best for my purchase. That depends a lot on a whole bunch of things. What do you got?
My favorite is the one with sinuous coils and foam.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the Jackson Catnapper one that we have, the Grant and Sill. I love that couch. It's got so much support.
Well, here's the thing is that
So
those also
nice.
have pocket coil seats too. So it's all, the Jackson Catnapper,
It has all of it?
yeah.
It's all
yeah,
combined?
It's
into
all
one?
combined. Yep,
Get a
yep,
little bit of everything?
yep,
That's nice.
yep.
I mean, it's a different price point.
That's,
But it's
see, that's
so
what you're getting at, what I wanted to
comfortable.
address. Yeah, yeah.
May not be everybody's price point, but it's a wonderful couch.
Mm-hmm.
I like that, you know, the cushions, you can pull them off and get underneath there and put them back.
Mm-hmm.
It's wonderful.
Why would you
They're-
get underneath there?
Well, you gotta. There's
the change.
Skittles.
The Skittles, the change.
Skittles, the Cheetos,
Ooh,
the dog
Cheetos.
hair. Although I don't allow the dogs on the settee anymore. Yeah,
Mm.
I call it a settee instead of a sofa. But yeah, they're not allowed up there. But the dust, pocket change,
Pocket change mostly. Yeah, that was the thing that came into my mind.
random stuff.
Yep. So
Remotes.
to answer your question though, okay, so it depends on price point, like you were saying, right?
Yeah, you're gonna pay more for.
It
for
depends
all
on
of
your
that.
goal. What is your goal? Is this like a sofa that you want to keep for years? In that case, you're looking for something like what Mel went for was the like a catnapper, or like a combination of sinuous coil, foam,
I want it
pocket
all.
coil. Yeah, yeah. If you get there, then you're talking a way bigger price point, something that's going to last you a long time and not start dipping in. However, foam, the cheaper foam stuff, you can always replace that foam because the majority of them have zippers that you can unzip and replace the foam. So really, it's just up to you what you want to spend on it and what your goals are for your living room furniture.
Cool.
Yeah. All right.
That's a
Thank
good
you for that question. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Ooh, it's time for your pick of the week. I wonder what it is. What is your pick of the week?
My pick of the week is the weighted blanket.
A weighted blanket?
Oh, yeah. You know, I've been thinking about purchasing a weighted blanket.
Mm-hmm. You have?
And I was talking to a friend. A friend came into the store, and she was thinking about purchasing a weighted blanket.
Uh-huh.
But she was going to have to wait a couple of weeks for it to arrive from another company.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have it in store, ready to go.
In stock.
Can walk it out. So
Holiday
she drove,
gifts.
yeah.
Holiday gift idea. Yep.
You know,
right
they
there.
drove a couple of hours this way to purchase it from us. But you know what? She did have to wait a little bit until she came our way. But she said it was worth the wait.
Mm. I thought she was going somewhere with it, didn't you? Did you guys think that she was going somewhere? If you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down button. If you thought she was going somewhere, hit the thumbs up button. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, one of the reasons I like having a weighted blanket on my bed is, well, one, I like having a lot of layers on the bed. So this just adds to the layers of comfort, although that's a blanket statement.
It could go on for a while. Sorry.
Oliver loves this. So one of the greatest things is, and Nick too, both of our sons just absolutely have loved the weighted blanket. It helps with movie watching because they don't get so fidgety and then they can get cocooned in there.
Yeah.
It helps with them falling asleep. Now you do want to check the age requirements for the weighted blanket to make sure that it is age appropriate. They do have requirements there. The other thing with weighted blankets is you want to make sure that it's 20% of your body weight. So you don't want to be too heavy. Like the 20-pounders, we're really serious about that. There is an equation that you need to figure out to make sure that you're not getting it too weighted. Now, our weighted blankets here by Pure Care are one of my favorites. They're the Zensory weighted blankets. One of the things that sets them aside and out of the class of regular weighted blankets that you may find at some of the big boxes is that they have glass beads inside, and also that not only is the inner part but also the duvet part of it are infused with silver chloride. So the silver chloride creates an antimicrobial layer.
So if you catch a cold, right?
Right, or a virus, any of those things, your weighted blanket is going to be fine. Now you can take off the duvet, the cover. It is machine washable, so that's wonderful. Now the inner part.
So hang on, one thing right here. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we have washed this one, and this one looks in great shape and everything like that. We've washed it several times. We test the product here. We really do. So
yeah, and so and then we also spray this with Nail Clean, which we make in store here. But it's just an easy zipper off, and it goes on. The inner part that has the glass beads, it does weigh quite a bit, and you don't want to put that into your washing machine because it can actually become very, very heavy and damage your washing machine.
And you don't want to throw it at your husband's either. Hug Gretch.
There's some funny videos about throwing weighted blankets onto people.
Yeah, somebody did that here.
That was fun. We should do that again.
No, we shouldn't.
So weighted blankets can be used by just about anyone. You do want to make sure that you don't have any circulatory problems. If that's a concern, you want to check with your doctor first because it is applying pressure to your body. Okay, and a couple of things. They're great for anxiety, decompressing, stress. If it's thundering or if it's there's fireworks, that would be a good time if you suffer from PTSD. Sometimes if you just can't have restless leg syndrome, I like to put it over my legs. If you have a hard time falling asleep, it will increase your body's natural melatonin levels. Do expect if you do fall completely asleep underneath it, though, you may have some weird dreams because you will go into a really deep, deep sleep.
And you get hot.
You get a little bit warm. That is the only drawback, is they are very warm. Now, if you sleep cold, you may like that.
Yep.
The other thing that's really important with a weighted blanket is that you don't want to cover your feet, and this is where we'll have to input a picture here, because you don't want to cover your feet where your feet are laying down. You want to make sure that your feet are able to be like this, with your toes still able to be up.
Why is that?
That's because even though it's just a slight bit of weight, if you apply it to your feet and your feet are pushed down by the blanket over the course of time, that will stretch out those tendons, especially in older or elderly patients, and you will trip over your feet. It actually
it'll make you floppy.
Yeah, that can cause a problem. So especially like if you're in a retirement home or assisted living, they always make sure not to put it over your feet for that reason. So you want to be careful with that and mindful of those things and check with lots of stuff. So.
And one shopping tip is, we know that she said 20%, that you said 20%.
Did I say 20% or is it 10%?
It's 20%. No, you were right. No, what I'm saying is, remember that lady came in and said...
It's actually 10%.
Okay.
Because a 20%,
pound would
10%.
Be... Yeah, 10%.
Yeah, if you're 200 pounds or more, you'd want a 20-pound blanket.
But we did have a customer in here that made a really quick point, or a good point, was that you always want to start lower than 10% of your body weight to get yourself used to it. And that was part of our issue because we all started with the 20-pounder and it was like, oh my God, this is heavy. Yeah, so really the 7-pound or the 15-pound would have been great for us. And we try it now and it's like, oh yeah, this would have been great. So yeah, maybe start a little lower. That's a pro tip from one of our customers. Yep.
And then like with the 7-pound, you can double it over. Like sometimes I'll just kind of concentrate all the weight and then just put it on my chest in one place instead of it being all over my body. And that seems to have the same effect. Or you can wrap it around. It's like a hug. Yeah.
Oh, like a big old hug.
Like a big old hug.
Well,
It's a great gift idea, especially coming up during the holiday season. This is a great gift idea. And it's also been found that weighted blankets are really helpful for folks that are living alone. If they don't have a partner, weighted blankets can be very comforting for people that live by themselves.
Very interesting.
And don't have dogs all crawling all over them.
No, you need a dog. You need a dog. Everybody needs a dog.
Yeah.
All right, that's a great pick of the week.
Unless you're allergic to dogs, then maybe that's not a good idea.
They make hairless chihuahuas.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, with that, we'll be right back.
Did you see my shirt?
I did. I disagree with it. I just think you're bossy.
For those of you that can't see my shirt this week, I'm actually dressed normal. I had some people were like, wait, you're dressed normal? I'm not bossy. I just have better ideas. Yeah, I like your Star Wars shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gavin was like, are you feeling okay? You're actually dressed normal today.
He wasn't the only one. We were all like, what's
They're
wrong
all
with her?
weirded out. Melody's all weirded out.
Yeah, what's wrong with her?
He called me Annie. This is Annie.
Yeah, it's not Mel, it's Annie today because she's normal.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's time for The Customer Said. And this week, we've had so many compliments on the boutique, like a lot of compliments on the boutique, where we've had gifts, ready for them. They're like, we're not ready to shop for our Christmas gifts yet, but we can come in here. I mean,
it's so nice.
Cool.
They said, I know I had a customer that said, I had no idea you had so much cool stuff in here. I have to come back.
Yeah.
Because they were coming here expecting to be shopping for a mattress.
And then
sofa,
found all this stuff.
And then they're like, whoa.
It's almost too distracting for them sometimes. I don't know if you've noticed this.
They get stuck there. And I'm like, just take your time. You don't have to leave.
But we're ready for the mattress shopping now. Yeah, no,
they get totally
really cool.
Sidetracked.
I love it because they're investing time into it, so that way they can come back in the future. And we do tell them we have new stuff coming every week, so it's really cool. Yeah.
I did have a customer tell me this week. They said, "I'll be back." I'll be back.
That's your customer said this week?
Yes, I'll be back.
Okay.
I had a couple of them say that.
Weirdo.
Well, we are filming this on Veterans Day. Okay,
thank you to all the vets.
Thank you to all of our veterans that have served our country. Thank you very much. So it was a very busy day today because people were looking for veteran sales. Now, we don't do a big, huge blowout Veterans Day sale. That's because, one, we take care of our military year-round.
Year-round, yeah.
Yeah, we have military discounts year-round. We also don't hyperinflate our prices with our margins and take them up to 80 or 90% and then say we're giving you a good deal. We just
we're honest.
We're honest with our pricing. We don't play those other games. So that's when you come into the store. We do have guest beds on sale regularly. We have 2 that are always on sale. And then we're always going to, work with you to make sure that you find the bed that's right for you. Instead of trying to quick sell you a product that's really not made for your body.
And it is guest bed time, right?
It is guest bed time. We did have customers say this week that they were really thankful that we had those on sale. They purchased several today for guests that were coming into town. They're expecting company within the next couple of weeks, and they were really thankful that we had those in stock.
We've also been like hammering it out with dining room sets, because a lot of people, normally we sell 1 or 2 this season, but we've sold quite a bit this season. So yeah, people just looking to update their homes.
Oh, it's awesome, because this is going to be one of the first years. It's been like 2 years of this COVID pandemic thing going on, right?
Yeah,
and so
about
people,
a decade.
about some weird time warp, and so so people didn't really travel the last 2 Thanksgiving,
Right.
so I think this holiday season it's going to be a big
one.
a big welcome home. It's been weird for me because John and I started dating. Now we've known each other for 20 years because we went to high school together, and he literally sat behind me in some of my classes.
And pulled your hair.
Yeah, probably. No,
Yeah.
It was never like that.
That's not what he told me.
But we started actually officially dating just a few months before the world went weird. and then like 2 months, like I think we enjoyed like 2 months of dating together when the world was normal, and then all of a sudden we were thrust into this like crazy weird vortex of a pandemic.
If that doesn't stress your relationship, I don't know what
and
does.
It was like, hey, we've been dating for 3 months, and then it was like, where do you shelter in place at? Because he was 4 hours away.
Wow.
Where do you shelter in place at? So I definitely made a very smart decision to shelter in place with John.
Wow.
Yeah, and survived to tell the tale. Actually, it was really fun way
Cool.
to start our relationship. But for 2 years, that's been our holidays have been
Yep.
weird. People this year are going to be at home, visiting family, traveling with limited restrictions. People have got their vaccines. There's new ways of treating this. So
Yep.
I expect if you need a dining room table,
There's going to be a boom. We're
if
here.
you need a guest bed, and if you need a weighted blanket just to get away from everybody, because they're
She's thought of
stressing
that
you
too.
out.
That's awesome. That's really good thinking.
That's where I'm gonna be on Christmas. I'm gonna be underneath my weighted blanket, hiding from all of it.
That's a really good idea. Really good idea.
I'm watching It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh dear. All right, it's time for Stump the Chump.
Ooh, this week I spent a lot of time on this one.
Did you?
Yeah.
So did I.
I think you need a logo for Stump the Chump.
We always have that.
Yeah, but you need
Yeah.
one as cool as a unicorn. Mel's crazy.
No, we don't. Anyways,
Work on
all
that.
right. So my questions are genius this week. I don't know how yours are.
Ooh,
Yeah.
way better.
Yeah. Really? You think so?
They're always better.
Okay. So Stump the Chump.
I have
will be
better
a-
ideas.
Stump the Chump's all about sleep tips and sleep health. So we ask ourselves
Things that
3
interrupt our
questions.
sleep.
3 questions, alternating, and we used to eat gross stuff. We need to eat gross stuff again, or bring something in that we don't like doing. Maybe we should get one of those shockers where it's like we shock each other if we get the question wrong. That's an idea. I'll look into that. All right. So, what is your first question? I like the idea. Go for it.
I have no comment on that idea.
I am not cheating today. Those of you that wrote in that said I was
A
cheating
buzzer.
and looking down at her cards, I am not looking at her cards.
Okay. What percentage of people say they're more excited to go to bed if they have fresh smelling sheets?
100%, because that's
Is it-
me.
Is it A, 25%, B, 78%, or C, 95%?
95%.
No. B.
For real?
Only 78% of people say they sleep better in clean sheets.
Oh, who doesn't sleep better in clean sheets?
I
Oh
don't
man,
know.
every Sunday night is my favorite night to go to bed because Sundays are our sheet day,
Got
and
clean
oh, I love it, love it.
So you
love
got
it.
that wrong. So
I
you
got
would
it
need
wrong.
to buzz. You'd be using
I'd
the
be
electrocution.
okay. All right. So, middle-aged or
Oh, I have
old.
no sound effects this week. I'm off. See, Annie, no sound effects.
Okay, middle-aged or older adults who sleep less than 5 hours were nearly 3 times more likely to have blank.
Can you say that one more time?
Middle-aged or older adults who slept less than 5 hours were nearly 3 times more likely to have blank. And I want you to think of disease.
Alzheimer's.
Wrong. Diabetes.
Oh, wow.
Insufficient sleep may lead to type 2 diabetes by disrupting the way the body processes glucose, slowing down the body's process breakdown by up to 40%.
That's interesting because I always thought it was directly related to dietary stuff, but
Yeah,
if you're sleep deprived, you
Yep.
can also be at risk for type 2 diabetes.
Yep. All
I
right.
would also have to push the buzzer. Okay.
Do you feel it?
What? Okay. You know how, have you ever woken up grinding your teeth?
No.
Or do you have to wear one of those things?
No. Gretchen does though.
Yeah. I'm supposed to wear one of those things. It's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
But if you grind your teeth at night, do you know how many pounds of pressure can be applied and why it's so important to get that checked out and maybe get a guard if you're grinding your teeth at night?
Well,
how many pounds of pressure can you apply grinding your teeth?
Well, it can wear out your teeth. I know that. Pounds of pressure, no, I have no clue. What are you doing?
That.
Yeah, pounds of pressure, I have no clue. What is it?
250 pounds.
Wow, that's crazy.
Pressure on your teeth, so it can really damage your teeth.
What is that? What does that compare to like an alligator bite?
Thousands probably.
Yeah, that'd
per
be
square
cool.
inch. That's like a parrot. Parrots. It's really bad. I don't know, but it's not good for your teeth.
Huh?
It's bad news. It can wake up your partner.
Yeah, it's a grinding noise. It's not good. Yeah.
It's not good.
Well,
Okay.
you would have shocked me again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. People who sleep less than 6 hours per night are much more likely to have a higher than average blank.
People that sleep less than
6 hours. Oh, okay. That was on cue. People who sleep less than 6 hours per night are much more likely to have a higher than average blank.
a higher than average. It's definitely not their IQ.
Boom, boom.
I don't know. Gosh.
A higher than
average. Don't tell me. Okay, tell me.
Body mass index.
Oh, I was thinking about obesity.
Yeah.
But that's wow.
So if you sleep less than 6 hours per night, you are more likely to have a higher than average body mass index, which means that you're overweight, slightly overweight, or obese.
Well, that just ties into type 2 diabetes too.
It totally ties in. Yeah, that was the whole topic. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Your next one.
If you thought bed bugs were bad.
Bed bugs are bad.
Nasty.
Yes.
Name 3 creatures of the night that love to feast on bed bugs and are drawn to eating bed bugs.
No way.
Which means you don't just have bed bugs. You might have a whole food chain ecosystem in your bed, and it may be inviting. And I do have a link for this. This is off of one of the websites.
I want that
link.
link.
Number 6. I found 100 bed bug facts. This is number 6.
Okay.
Actually, this has 4 species right
Do
here.
mice eat bed bugs?
No, well, they didn't list it on there. No.
Okay. Do
I'm
cockroaches
thinking
eat bed
arthritis.
bugs?
Yes, cockroaches is one.
Cockroaches
They're all
eat bed bugs.
arthropods.
Oh, they are.
All of the ones I have on my cart are arthropods.
So, if you have bed bugs, then you get cockroaches. Cockroaches eat the bed bugs. Okay.
They also probably feed on the excrement of the bed bugs.
Ew. While you're asleep, by the way.
Okay, so cockroaches could also be coming into your bed to eat on them.
Okay. What else eats bed bugs? I would say cockroaches. I don't know. What else?
Ants.
Ants do. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So now you're getting ant bit and bed bug bit. Okay.
Yeah, and then spiders.
Spiders, really?
Yeah, especially those little jumping dudes.
Yeah, I
They
imagine
crawl
that they would
around
like
and
them.
they're like-
Yeah,
They
yeah.
hunt them.
So, bed bugs and spiders in your bed, along with cockroaches. The bed bugs are eating you, or eating your skin and biting you. Then along comes a cockroach, and they're picking up the bed bugs. And then the spider sees the cockroach, eats the cockroach, and is like, "What were you eating?" And then he starts eating the bed bugs.
It just becomes a whole food chain
Yeah,
effect.
yeah.
And then,
Right while you're asleep.
the last one is centipedes. Centipedes.
Okay, now you've crossed the line, because yeah, I cannot sleep in that bed now.
That's what happens.
Actually, I couldn't sleep in that bed with the bed bugs, first off, but the whole food chain's in there.
I mean, if it's bad enough, you got centipede. I mean, if it's bad enough, you got bed bugs. You could have a very serious problem on top of just the bed bugs. Okay, now we're
Wow.
not saying that is a guaranteed thing. You could have just brought bed bugs home from a motel
luggage,
stay
yeah,
or luggage or something like that. But you are increasing the likelihood that other creatures are going to be attracted to that area. It's just kind of like attracting bears when you bring food into your tent. And maybe that's another reason not to eat while you're in bed, is because it attracts all these
Bears?
creatures. Yeah, things that like to eat things.
That just sounds gross. All right. Anyways, okay. So my next question. That's really gross. That's
disturbing.
You lost me
That
with
is
the
so
centipede, because I
disturbing.
can imagine the bed bug, the cockroach, and the spider. That whole livelihood. But you throw in a centipede, and then now I'm having nightmares.
Isn't
Okay.
that disturbing? That's so
Yeah.
disturbing.
Sleeping less than 2 hours each night, or sleeping 2 hours less each night. Let me rephrase that. Sleeping 2 hours less each night.
So you're not just sleeping 2 hours. You're sleeping 2 hours less than your normal
Uh-huh.
8 hours. So 6
Yep.
hours-ish.
Yep. Sleeping 2 hours less each night, blank your mortality rate. So it's a multiple question. It A, doubles, it B, triples, or C, quadruples your mortality risk.
Quadruples.
It doubles your mortality risk.
Oh, you're more like
Yeah.
that. That's sad.
It doubles your
We really
mortality
need to sleep
risk.
more. We need to finish this show so I can go home and go to sleep.
Only 2 hours, only 2 hours less of sleep will double your mortality risk. That's crazy.
That's a shortening a lot.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't
That's
like
where
that.
we trade our sleep for work.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Trade it off.
Yeah, make sure that your trade-offs are worth it.
Why do you have a fourth question?
I have a fourth card because I just was on a roll. Hey, what distinctive smell do bed bugs give off?
Almond.
That would kind of maybe fall into it. They said some people report that it's comparable to rotting raspberries.
Oh, actually, I've heard
like a
I've heard
sweet-
almond. Yeah.
I could see where it would be kind of like the marzipan.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never think of almond soap and marzipan the same
It's kind of
ever
gross.
again. So
Okay.
it's a sweet smell.
Yeah.
That's ooh.
Yeah.
So
All
if your
right.
bedroom has a really sweet, distinctive smell, you might have bed bugs.
No, if you wake up in the morning and your arm is covered with little bites, you have bed bugs.
That happened to me
Eesh.
in a motel room once, I think.
Yeah. You have to be super careful with your luggage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's scary. You do not want to bring that home.
Nope, because then you have cockroaches, spiders, and centipedes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, with that, we're going to go to question 3.
It's very expensive to get rid of them, too.
It's extremely expensive, yeah. Because they not only does the bug guy have to come out one time, but they also have to come out a second time to reshoot for the eggs.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah, that never happened to me. I never got to that point.
Yeah, no, it's horrible.
I have scares.
Okay, my platform bed, and platform beds are like the hottest thing right now. My platform bed seems to have the spacing between the slats really far apart. I am scared this will end up hurting my mattress. What can I do to make this platform work longer? Well, what can I do to make sure? What can I do to? Wow, I can't read today. What can I do to make sure this platform will work long term for my wife and I? So I think he's worried about the mattress falling
just
in
being
between
a
the
little
slats.
because they should be like maybe 1.5 inches.
Yeah,
No
not
more
too far
than that.
apart. Yeah, not too far apart. So what can he do to fix that?
Well, if you don't want to raise the height of your bed too much, I recommend getting just a standard bunkie board.
Right.
Which is a 2-inch foundation base that's usually used on bunk beds, but it's made to go underneath your bed. It's flat. It could go perfectly on the platform, and it would be there. Now, you can use plywood, but you want to make sure that you don't get a curved piece of plywood. You want it to be completely flat, because your mattress is going to mimic whatever
or if it's curved, make
on.
sure it's curved on your wife's side.
Make sure it's curved on your husband's side so he rolls off. I'm putting that one in there for Gretch.
Poor John.
Or, well, John, I would have him roll towards me because I get cold.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, don't go away, I'm freezing.
No, I do like the idea of the plywood. We actually suggest that one all the time.
Plywood, now with the
board.
price of plywood,
Yeah.
because of the weird world, you may be better off just getting a bunkie board.
Yep. Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah. Depending on the price of plywood, either a bunkie board or a plywood would fix that right up. That way you have a solid decking that your mattress can go on, and you don't have to worry about the springs going through something. I think it's brilliant that a customer would actually be worried about the longevity of their bed. Why do you think that would happen?
It's a huge investment.
Okay.
If you do it right. It can be a big investment, and you want it to last for 10 years.
Right.
So I that's where I would go with it. I want to protect it, not only with the bottom of it, making sure you have the right foundation, so that the physics of it are all correct, but you also want to protect it with the mattress protector. Those are so...
Look at you in your little commercial.
The mattress protectors, and going right back to the bed bug thing, we
I'll
do
have to
have
give her
some
that
that are
one. Yeah.
total encasement to keep the bed bugs out if you travel a lot, because that could ruin a mattress.
Really quick.
That would be horrible.
Yep.
And you don't even have to be a nasty person to bring those home. They are just out there in motels, and it just happens. And then also, just a standard mattress protector. I think that we don't think about those as much as we really, really should, but it keeps all of our body sweats out, keeps all of our dust particles, skin particles. If you spill liquids, if you have an accident, dust, mold, mildew,
Cats.
dogs, anything.
Yep.
It's a must.
Yeah, no, protectors are a must.
And the kind we carry, they don't make you hot. They're not plasticky, and they're not going to trap in your body heat. Ours actually do the exact opposite. They're heat regulating. They are made to help cool your body and channel the heat away from your body to regulate your body temperature. They're also medical grade, and they include silver chloride to keep an antimicrobial surface around your bed so that your bed doesn't get nasty.
Or cockroaches.
They make great Christmas gifts.
A mattress protector?
I don't know.
That'd be weird. I don't know where we came up with the mattress protector when we were talking about platform bed. Yeah.
It's a box.
Yeah.
Put a bowl.
Merry Christmas, Mom! I got you a mattress protector.
Well, you could actually buy somebody a new bed.
Ooh, a salient mattress protector would be different.
A salient
because
mattress
a salient
protector.
one would mean that you care.
It's healing.
Yeah, it would heal you while you sleep. We'll explain salient. You know what? We need to have a bed bug episode and a salient episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to write that down.
That's coming up.
Yep. All right, so time for what we learned.
Ooh, what we learned.
Yes, what did we learn this week?
Oh, goodness.
What'd you learn?
I think we need to take a quick break so I can go grab what I learned.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Wow, what'd you bring?
Ooh, so this is something that I learned this week, and I had forgotten all about it. Oh, I sprayed it the wrong way. Oh, that feels so good. Oh.
It smells good.
Yeah. You want to try it? This is Sutra Mist Your Mood Peppermint and Rosemary.
Let me try that.
If you spray it on, get your glasses off, spray it right on your temples. You got to feel it. It's so cooling. If you have a little bit of a tension headache, and then it makes your eyes burn just a little bit.
Oh, God, the pain. No, not really.
But it's great. So Miss Frances had suggested, she had reminded me of this wonderful product I brought in. I was having a tension headache, a little bit of a migraine coming on. I was like, I'm having a hard time concentrating, just feeling really low. And she goes, hey, Mel, why don't you try the peppermint and rosemary spray?
Mm.
And so I usually use the lavender at nighttime, which is their lavender and chamomile. That's a great one before bed. And then I really enjoy the orange and eucalyptus first thing in the morning. That gets me ready and going.
Gretch does what's the one that
her
starts
favorite,
with,
this one, patchouli and bergamot. That's her favorite.
Oh, it's so good.
That's very calming and grounding.
Yeah.
Then there's also tea tree and juniper. That one's mood,
very good too.
Refresh, restore, renew.
Yep.
And then they've also got the calm, cool, and collected lemongrass and jasmine.
These are so cool. And me as a guy, I mean, you guys know that I make fun of all the foofy stuff, but this is really cool.
This is really cool stuff. And so I had suggested that Frances take one of these homes because she had told me that she gets migraines and headaches. And she says, Mel, it really works really good. You were right. And she reminded me of that this week. So I wanted to learn more about a little bit about this because this has peppermint and rosemary and it's a combination of the two. What I found out about this combination is that those two combined, the peppermint and the rosemary. Now we think about rosemary being used for cooking, but
yeah, I had rosemary chicken last night.
So you take the two, and this is where I'm going to implant my little video because I wanted to show you guys how awesome this stuff is. So we have, if you have headaches or migraines, it's great because the two of these combined can actually improve your brain function. They can help with your memory and concentration, and they reduce that pain, which helps relieve your headaches and migraines and also tension. So there's actually studies that have been done that it reduces pain. This combination reduces stress and relieves stress. It's going to also help relieve that fatigue and give you a little bit of a boost. These are wonderful sprays. You can use them right on your linens and in your bedroom. They are safe for your skin. They are safe to put directly on you. They're all natural. They're vegan certified. There's no funky stuff in this.
No
or
animal
any
testing at all.
No animal testing.
Right.
It's all just pure essential oils. And it's diluted to the proper amount because if you do some of those oils, it may actually be too much. Now you should be feeling a little bit. It's pretty burny. It's very pepperminty, but that just takes away all of that headache. It relieves that stress.
It made the veins disappear when you lifted that 7-pound blanket. She had veins that popped up right here. They disappeared.
Well, what is so cool is that rosemary increases your concentration and your memory. It's been used by the Greeks thousands of years ago.
Really?
And they actually have molecular studies that have shown it helps increase your concentration. So these things are awesome. If you're studying, if you're working, and you're really stressed out, if you give yourself, don't you feel like invigorated? Like you're just like,
Completely.
I'm so like ready to go.
I just like the smell.
It smells great.
It smells
I
really
feel
good.
like it's very cooling. It's very relaxing.
Yeah.
And then you can follow it up with any one for your mood or time of the day. So that's what I learned.
Those are
great
really
combination.
good things. Yeah.
Great combination.
Yeah. Those are really good things. Well, I learned.
It helps with nausea too. Peppermint, great for respiratory health.
Oh, you could have used
allergies,
that today.
asthma, and nausea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could
That's
use
why
that
I put
today.
the peppermint tea. My tummy's.
Yeah, her tummy's been bothering her.
Well, I went to.
Because of her tea.
No, actually, we celebrated our 2nd year anniversary, and I've been on a really strict diet. And then we went to Las Cumbres. Is that how you pronounce it?
Lacombs.
Lacombs. I messed that one up bad. Lacombs Winery. It just recently opened here in Alamogordo, and I love the Lacombs over in Las Cruces. So I fell off the wagon. I had it all. I have been dairy free. I have been.
And she's been complaining the entire week about being sick. Yep.
I went overboard
Yep.
at the winery.
Yep.
I ate a bunch of cheese. I had a whole cheese plate.
Yeah. No, didn't go well. Yeah.
And a bunch of nice wines. So.
Yeah. Well, what I learned this week is that again.
Delicious.
Yeah, I bet it was. I learned that regardless of how many bananas you eat, your legs are going to cramp after 20 miles. I learned that.
Oh, you were eating a lot of bananas?
Oh, yeah, I was eating a lot of bananas. I also learned that Coca-Cola, I kind of knew this, but I didn't know how much of an impact it was going to have. Coca-Cola and Gatorade are like your best friends when you go in that distance.
Really?
It was
Coca-Cola.
amazing.
I saw that
Coca-Cola.
on your
Yeah.
car. I was wondering
Yeah.
what the Coca-Cola
Yeah.
thing was all about.
No, when Gretch showed up, she
Had
was
the
ready.
sugar.
Yeah.
It's the sugar that you need, huh?
It totally, like within seconds, it worked
Caffeine.
quickly to get me back in, and then I was eating peanut butter and bread for the long term, and every lap was 4 miles. So, as I left the car and did the first 10 minutes, the Coke would hit, and then I would continue there for a good 20 minutes, and then the peanut butter and everything else would hit, just to keep me fueled around. But yeah, you have to
Interesting.
constantly fuel yourself. 4 miles doesn't sound like much, but when you're doing the laps, you have to time your nutrition the whole ways. I'd always heard about it, but experiencing it firsthand on these trail runs was intense. And I also learned that there's a lot of beautiful people, like just wonderful, really nice people in the trail running community. They were so nice. So thank you all for yeah. If
That's awesome.
Yeah, as you came across somebody, they were always asking you, "Are you doing okay? Do you need anything?" It's just a wonderful community. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Welcome to Alamogordo, those of you that came for that.
Yep. Thank you. And with that, we will let you go for today's episode. So have a wonderful week and good night.
Have a great one. Talk
Bye.
to you later. Bye-bye.